Good afternoon, everyone. We are so pleased that you have taken the time out of your busy schedules to come out for Tampa Fire Rescue's February 2013 promotional ceremonies. At this time, we're going to ask you to please stand for the posting of the colors, remain standing through the Pledge of Allegiance, and we will follow the program from there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, on behalf of my boss, Mayor Bob Buckhorn, I will bring you greetings again. You know, one of the greater things about getting that first initial call to become a member of this family of Tampa Fire Rescue is being able to operate and do what we do in the course of our duties. Tampa Fire Rescue realizes a very, very rich history. 118 years this year on the 10th of May, we will celebrate our 118th year of existence. Tampa Fire Rescue is an international accredited department, one of only about 20 in the state of Florida, one of less than 200 in the United States and North America, of over 40,000 fire departments. Your respective loved ones have dedicated their lives to providing a service that is absolutely second to none. Realizing when they take this job, they swear to uphold all of the legislation and every one of the concerns of providing a service to our community. In front of me is my executive staff along with the mayor. To my left, Assistant Chief of Administration, Chief Nick Cicero, Division Chief 1, Brian Riley on the Alpha Platoon, obviously the Honorable Bob Buckhorn, our mayor. Next to him, our Operations Chief and my Assistant Chief, Scott Ellers, our Fire Marshal, Milton Jenkins, the Chief of Training, Chief Russell Spicola, my Special Operations Chief, Rick Salabria, and the Personnel Chief, Joe Provenzano, not Rick Salabria, Emilio Salabria. Mayor, we've got a few of those Salabrias on the job, so they kind of run together after a while. These people ensure that we do and have the provisions to make sure that we provide the greatest level of service that this community has become accustomed. But not only that, gang, we take over 250,000 911 calls every year. These big red rigs roll on over 80,000 of those alarms day in and day out to some of the most diverse runs that any community or any fire rescue response organization can go. In the course of a 24-hour period, we can go anywhere from a high-angle rescue off of one of these skyscrapers to a marine firefighting incident on a shipboard or one of these ocean-going tugs, to a confined space rescue from one of our utility workers who've gone in a manhole cover and become overcome from methane gases, or from one of the major extrication issues that we deal with every day from Malfunction Junction, I-4, I-75, and I-275, along with the other network of roads that we have here in this community to service over 350,000 residents every year. And they do it with the most impeccable and upstanding service. And to that point, they have to go through so many different hours of training and development and to a very competitive field to be considered for promotions. So getting the job is one thing, but being in such a competitive oasis ensures that Tampa Fire Rescue remains on the cutting edge of our industry when it comes to emergency response and being an all-hazards organization. So to that, give these great people a round of applause, and we'll be recognizing today. And again, we could not do this if we didn't have the impeccable support of our administration, and namely the premier of that, our boss, my boss, somebody that truly gets what it's all about public safety, who absolutely not only endorses it, but recognizes that one of the first concerns of ensuring a community is safe is to ensure that public safety. Businesses would not bring their businesses here. People would not move here if they had a concern about their health and their safety. He recognizes those. And he has adequately staffed us, adequately supported us, and day in and day out, he's out there beating the sidewalks and out there. I don't think he sleeps, gang, because 3 in the morning when there's a big thing, you can't be surprised if he taps you on the helmet and hands you a Gatorade because you've been in a major firefight, or hands you a soaking wet cold towel to put around your neck to lower your core temperature because you've been in that firefight. Please welcome to the mic my boss, the busiest mayor in America, the Honorable Bob Buckhorn.
I don't recognize that guy that he just introduced, but Chief, I appreciate it. We might as well stay here today for a while because there's not much water pressure in the city. A squirrel got into our electrical system at our plant, so I don't know that we're going to be fighting any fires anytime soon. So just, it comes with the job of being mayor, is that you get upended by squirrels. Of the four-legged variety. To all of you, congratulations. This is a special day, you know, and the nice thing for me is I think I know just about everyone on this promotion list. I mean, we have been on this journey together, and many of us, you know, go back almost 2 decades. And it's been just such a pleasure for me to watch you grow in your careers, to know you when you started out as a young recruit and a driver engineer, and watch you move up through the leadership ranks, to watch you mature, to watch you get gray hair, to watch you make your families proud. Some of you have succeeded in spite of your families, because I knew them too. Right, Chief Ship? But, you know, this is such a great family. And if you look around this room, you see generation passing this baton to generation. And the expectations that your fathers and uncles and brothers who came before you have, I now have for you as you teach the next generation. Because as you move through the ranks, that obligation is passed to you. It is on your shoulders that great tradition that Chief Forward talked about of this Tampa Fire Rescue resides. And so as leaders now, as captains and as chiefs and as driver engineers, we have an obligation to make sure that those young troops coming in behind us are as prepared and as proficient and as engaged as you are and those that came before you. Because ultimately, as leaders, as mayors, as parents, we have an obligation to leave this place in better shape than it was given to us. You now have an obligation to leave this fire department in better shape than it was given to you. I have no doubt, knowing all of you as I do, that long after I'm gone, that this fire department, that for over 100 years has stood the test of time, that has excelled in everything that has done, will continue to do that for another 100 years. But it's an ongoing process. You've got to stay on it every day. You guys make me proud every time you put that uniform on. Let's keep it up. We're going to have a good couple years together. Let's make sure that when we're done, and when I ride off in the sunset, and you guys ride off in the sunset, that we left this place in better shape than it was given to us. Thank you, be safe, and congratulations.
Now, because your respective loved ones have worked so hard, and they could not have done this had they not had the support from each one of you. And the mayor constantly reminds all of us that every time. Every time we hire an individual, we hire a family. We hire their whole family. He is very recognizing of that.
Promoted to Comtech 2, Jason Raimondo.
First of all, ways to learn. Everybody's got to learn.
Following individuals were promoted to driver engineer. Orrin Hansen. Ryan Brown. Christopher Pelham. Lamar Carter. Henry Williams. Edward Ortiz. Michael Bizzari. I haven't seen him here. Okay, let's move. Leonardo Eniscalura. Stephen Dean. And I haven't seen him. Tim Crosby. I hadn't seen him. There he is. Following people have been promoted to paramedic. Christopher Ship.
All right, come on over here.
Get the other doctor seat. Get the other doctor seat. Dr. Leon.
Take your time, Chief.
Rush Roberts. Let's see. Tony Smith.
Should have made you sing us a song. Congratulations.
Matthew Menzies. Lamicha Mingo.
Two for the price of one.
The following individuals have been promoted to lieutenant. Richard Lusler. Derwin Robbie Sanchez Faedra. Jose Lebrano. I seen him. William Mayville.
Tommy.
Justin Thompson. Following individuals promoted to fire inspector. David Kopelman. There he is. Yeah, I see him there. Following individuals have been promoted to fire captain. Aaron Crawford. Brian Eichels. Martinez. Stephen Fortier. Sean Bubal. Dennis Ponce. Have you seen Constance? Yes. I saw him last night. Eric Conzi. I saw him last night, Chief. I just want you to know I saw him. John Snodgrass. Julio Moran.
Thank you.
Good job.
And Gary May. The following individuals have been promoted to District Chief. Danny Oligario. John Oliver. Jackson, if he's here. I haven't seen him. Following personnel promoted to Division Chief: Tracy Walker. Following individual promoted to Training Chief: Russell Spicola. Following individual promoted to Fire Marshal: Milton Jenkins. Gathering. Is he here? And the following individual promoted to Special Operations Chief: Emilio Salabarria.
Well, I mean, I get to see the next generation of Tampa Fire Rescue. I mean, this department's been around for over 100 years, from generation to generation, from father to son, from, uncle to nephew, from mother to daughter. They pass the torch, and we get to do some promotions for some deserving young troops today. I think the world of them. They are well prepared for leadership, and now the burden is on them to get the next generation through here. It's a good day.
It's something that you work for your entire career, to be promoted and work your way through the ranks, because if most type A personalities want to achieve, they want to get more responsibility and more responsibility, which you can make the job better, make the department better, and like the mayor said, be able to make this department better so that the next generation can come up and assume where you left off, and then continue that momentum and make this department the best in the nation, the best in the world. My son was hired a year ago, and he has completed his training for firefighter and for paramedic, and I'll be ready to pass the baton to him in a few years.
I think it's a good thing. He's good at his job, and he's just keeps moving up in the ranks, and he's showing everybody else that he's good and passing it on to me, and I'm trying to follow his footsteps.
Promotional ceremonies for Tampa Fire Rescue and fire personnel are so very important that we recognize not only the achievements of the individuals who are being promoted, but also the sacrifice of those families. We can't say enough to this community and to our individuals' families for the support that they give them, how much we appreciate them. And one of the ways we do that is by doing informal promotional ceremonies that show them how much we appreciate not only their individual that are being promoted, but them for supporting those persons to do the job that they do day in and day out in the discharge of their duties.